Big Mama's house. Big Mama's house. Welcome to Big Mama's house. Big Mama's house. Yeah. Big Mama's house. Welcome to Big Mama's house. Big Mama's house. Yeah.
Welcome back to Big Mama's house, y'all. Mama and Papa back here again today, and we're doing something a little bit different, aren't we, Papa?
We are.
Because we're getting where we were in season 4. It's very close to where the current season is.
Yeah.
And so I was like, look, I know we have all these other episodes that we are going to continue to do in order, okay? But I'm dying to talk about the new episode, so let's do a new episode and continue to release the old ones as we get them processed and edited.
And I binged a show to the point of no return.
And now he hates all of their faces. He's like, I'm sick of the show.
But it'll wear off by the next episode, so I'll be fine.
You got like a week, so
yeah.
Hopefully it'll wear off by then. So bear with us, guys. We're doing this.
It's like called the Plathville lag. It's a jet lag, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so
Plath lag.
I hope you enjoy the new episodes. And if you aren't there yet, that's fine. We're going to continue on with each episode, discussing each one just like normal. But we're going to do the new ones too, just so that, we stay kind of current and relevant here. Okay, so season 5, episode 4 opens with Olivia driving to Caro to help Ethan finish his Plymouth. And they are ready to not live apart anymore. And I don't blame them. 2 months apart or more, I mean, that's a lot.
I'm mad at Ethan.
Okay.
Well, Olivia's saying shit about his mom after he basically... I thought they got back together.
Made up.
Yeah. Okay? Because that's how 4 ended. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I thought they were all getting along. They're all doing their thing, having a good celebration. All right. And then we get this, where Olivia was saying shit about the mom.
Again,
and Ethan's sticking up.
Things were going well, and she doesn't want Ethan anywhere near his family, so she had to stir that pot.
It's not even just between them. She actually put it online or something, right?
Oh yeah, she made a TikTok video. I watched it last night, not last night, the night before, and she was just basically saying that Ethan stole from her because they were doing some MLM together, right? That's like one of those.
Ethan stole from who?
No, that Kim stole from Ethan.
Yes.
Okay, because they were in an MLM together.
Yes.
And they were kind of cheating, okay, because she was using Tim as an account that was buying things, and she would get the rewards for it. And she wasn't paying him back completely all the way. But
Ethan agreed.
But it was some sort of agreement they had between them that was all an agreement.
So there's no theft involved?
No. And he was like, oh, well, you didn't pay me back everything. And so she paid him back everything. But yeah, she gave him a bit of a hard time about it because, and we will talk about this again when we actually cover those individual episodes. So we're not going to get too far into that. But yeah, it was all just everybody's ego and everybody's hurt feelings and Olivia stirring that fucking pot.
See, the reason I brought it up is because they do talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why there's downfall with not just the mom and dad, but everybody.
The siblings too.
Well, yeah, the older siblings. The younger siblings don't know.
Yeah, they don't know. But from Isaac up, there's an issue.
Oh yeah, Isaac's even involved.
So we're not there yet anymore. You and your daughter are always jumping ahead of me.
Sorry.
But they've been apart for 2.5 months. Olivia and Ethan have, and it took Ethan 3 weeks to miss her. And I'm just like, but he says they're in a really good place, a great place after their European vacation.
Which is for it, yeah.
Of course, being away and on vacation, kinda, and just being alone. Of course, things are going to be easier. That's not the real world. That's not the world you live in. Unless you're planning to up and move to wherever you're at. No, my friend. That's not that. That's escaping again.
Yep.
And not dealing with your problems. Every time, if you look at the history of this as we have in depth, okay? Every time they're having a problem or Olivia is unhappy with something, they go off on some vacation and things are great again for a minute.
Yeah.
You know, they said this really takes a lot of steps forward in our marriage. And every time she says it. And it's because Olivia gets bored and is a spoiled bitch
Yeah, and she wants to keep Ethan away from him. That's the big thing.
at all costs.
Yeah.
She does not want to share her toys. But then Lydia's at home when the four younger kids get home. Isaac's working a lot and he occasionally sees Ethan.
Yeah.
You know, Lydia's been working and she says traveling, and I would love to know where Lydia was traveling to.
Well, she wanted to be a missionary, right?
Yeah, and I wonder if some of it's for that, like maybe training or something.
Maybe.
Or usually it's, I'm sure that the traveling is with a church group of some sort, I imagine.
She gets on my nerves too right now, though.
Well, we're not there.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
And then Ethan told Lydia that he wanted to talk when he got back from Europe, but he never did. And then they wanted to talk, regarding the social media post thing. And that's going to take a minute to resolve, I think, because again,
maybe the whole season.
None of them want to talk about anything except Lydia, maybe, but she won't bring it up. If you bring it up with her, she's happy to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Mariah will talk about pretty much anything to anybody. So will Micah, but Ethan and Isaac are, they're a little squirrely when it comes to things like that.
Well, Isaac hasn't grown up yet, but he will.
No, but
He will.
He seems like a good dude, though.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with him.
And then the social media post by the kids caused more division, but they responded to Olivia's statement, calling Tim a thief.
I think the only thing that divided was them and Olivia. It didn't divide the family. Ethan still talks to the dad once in a while.
But like we were talking about in season 4, Olivia's constantly harping about how she doesn't feel protected and stood up for and had, like all that kind of crap.
And the reason
he has spent every moment since season 1 dropping everyone from his life that Olivia doesn't like until he's got nobody left but her, and she can't take that he's starting to go back with his family again, and it's driving her crazy.
And what was I going to say something?
Did it leave the station without you?
Yeah, it went to the train station.
It happens to me all the time.
I'm still foggy.
But yeah, I mean, if someone makes a public statement calling your mom a thief, and you know more details about it maybe than she does, because she's again only hearing one perspective, who wasn't really paying attention, because he didn't really care about the situation, obviously. And then so of course you're gonna respond and defend your mom if you think she's in the right, And none of them have seen Olivia since she had her little scene at the river.
Which is good, because I don't think they want to see her at this point in time.
Yeah, I mean, her behavior has just gotten more and more childish.
And I remember what I was going to say, but she never really gave her a good reason of why she hates Kim. The reasons she gives are not good reasons.
The whole big secret, the whole reason that she's hated her all this time that they haven't talked about is the stupid whatever.
And that doesn't even pertain to her.
It does not. Absolutely it does not.
It had nothing to do with her.
No. Well, no, the only reason it had to do with her is because she's the one that put the end to it whenever her and Ethan got married.
Yeah.
See, it was all Ethan, all this was happening on his credit card with his permission.
Yeah.
Okay, and his knowledge. And then the mom was paying him back and stuff. And then when they got married, Olivia was like, well, what's all this money coming in on for credit card or debit card or whatever it is? And she got involved in looking into it, canceled his account. And when, of course, Kim calls up wanting to know what's going, wanting to get into the account, she's like, no, I changed the password and you're not getting it.
But it had nothing to do with her.
Exactly. She was looking for anything to stick a wedge between Ethan and his family, and she found it, and she's been hammering at that wedge this entire time.
Olivia, we're on the current episodes now, so I'm hoping you're hearing this. Shame on you for the way you've been acting and treating everybody in that family.
I agree.
manipulating all the
The
kids.
gaslighting.
Micah and Mariah are finally seen a light.
Yeah.
And you're evil. You're an evil, evil, evil bitch. I'm done. I'm done now.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And then okay, so then Lydia and Isaac, they aren't really that close. But Isaac is a pretty tight-lipped dude.
Yeah.
He's like, you gotta like ask him specific questions.
You have to get him in a plane for him to talk.
Right, and then but then you get very, and maybe it's just because it's in front of the camera.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, he very, very short clipped answers. And Isaac said that when it comes to girls, it's 50-50 looks and personality. And for a dude that age to be, you know, to have even that big of a split between looks and personality, I mean that's kind of mature.
Remember the producer said, "Well, who you looking at?" You know.
Oh, do you have your eye on somebody?
Yeah, and he's like, "I got my eye on you."
Because literally he's like,
yeah, well, yeah.
"Oh, I'm looking at you," in a way. So,
Yeah.
but they took it like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, and they stopped it right there.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
But then, you know, Lydia's kind of secretive about boys too. She's never let anybody slip that she's into.
Yeah, I'm kind of over Olivia.
All her boys are like that secret guy who he who shall not be named.
Yeah.
And then Micah is also in Cairo. He's going to work on his boat, which is almost done.
Then he's gonna sell it.
He said he might keep it for a while and play with it and then sell it because he's not there enough to really. I think that was the whole point, is he bought it cheap and he's gonna fix it up and like flip it kind of thing.
Yeah, and sell it for big money and make a profit.
Yeah, I mean, but then he says he kind of got guys, pussies, who didn't grow up working with their hands. Did you get that?
I did.
And I was like, ooh, that's harsh, dude.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys aren't like mechanically inclined.
Maybe not a lot.
Don't have like the availability of a guy around to teach them that stuff. Or live in a city where those kind of things aren't readily accessible, like it is out in the country. Just find somebody fix a car with.
That episode was just aired last night.
Yeah.
You know, so once people get wind of what he said, and once it comes out, I'm thinking he's probably going to get some feedback, maybe down the line.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, it won't be bad.
No, but here's the thing: I grew up in the country too,
Mm-hmm.
in a family of more alpha males.
Mm-hmm. Still are.
Yes, and guys who grew up learning to work with their hands. And so I grew up thinking guys that didn't work with their hands, don't like do that stuff, they were pussies too.
Yeah.
That's how I grew up thinking. I mean, now I'm really like obviously more realistic.
And then you met me.
And then I met you, and you have no mechanical skills whatsoever. But
Nope.
you're #1 in my book.
And it's very frustrating that I'm not, because there's so much stuff I could do.
Mm-hmm.
Cheaper. We get done cheaper.
And then when I tell you how to do things, and you get so mad at me because I know how and you don't.
It doesn't register.
Yeah, because it's coming from your wife's lips.
Yes.
But anyway, back to the Plaths. So Barry and Micah are hanging out in his boat, talking about that Ethan is leaving for Minnesota in 8 days. Of all the places in the world, why would you want to live in Minnesota?
You know why? He says why. You want to see grandparents.
But you don't want to live next to your grandparents for a year. You go visit them for a week.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, you have all the choices in the world to go.
Right?
I mean, yeah, you go visit them for a week, like you do your parents, like you do your family.
Yeah.
They're dead. All right, your siblings.
Yeah.
Your cars. You go from there and go to
Yeah, I mean
Minnesota, which is pretty far.
But I don't know. No, it's too cold. I know. I have firmly, in my middle age and with my physical conditions, I would never go farther north than where we live now in the Midwest. Like
you almost went further north.
and that would have been terrible for me. But no, we're still gonna end up in Hawaii, one of the islands. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Molly May thought that someone was here and she was just imagining things again. But then Micah says that he's bumped into Ethan a couple times and it seemed okay, but he feels that it's awkward until they actually talk about stuff that happened. So obviously, when you just bump into somebody in the street, you don't get into the big old, hey, why'd you put that text out there and blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
You know, so that like they're the kind of guys that can like do that surface, like, hey, what's up? And still like have a whole bunch of shit that they need to deal with. And I don't know how guys do that.
Well,
Women are not like that.
no, women hold grudges forever. Men can beat each other up or fight and then buy a beer a half hour later.
Yes.
You know, buy each other.
I don't know how men do that.
It's just the way everybody's built different.
I guess.
And there's some men that are like, have the same attributes as a woman.
Yeah.
When it comes to that. You know, that hold grudges.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I can be considered one of them people that hold grudges. I just forget about you and you're done. You know.
You do not hold grudges
No.
because you're just a very loyal person.
Yeah.
You might get mad or upset, but then you're fine.
Yeah. But I mean, back to that. I mean, I don't know how. I mean, they're brothers. They love each other. Now, if Olivia was there, if Olivia was there,
it'd be different. Yeah.
it would be way different.
I wouldn't even think about it. They're being brothers too, so
They grew up
that's
together.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like some coworker.
And then Micah asks Barry, well, if he knows what where they'll be living in Minnesota. I can't get it out. And not with grandparents, right? And Barry was like, I don't know. Nobody tells me nothing, you know? But I seriously doubt that they would want that. And Nathan later does say that they live alone.
Well, let's hope they do. And then the grandparents can give Olivia what for.
Ooh, and the cousins are up there too. Remember?
Yeah.
That's where Mariah stayed. That'd be nice. And then Mariah says Micah says that he should have talked to Ethan before they put that social media post on, up to hear his side of things.
But here's the thing.
Then they may still have chosen to do the post.
Yeah.
But at least they would have heard his side of things first and had that given him that chance.
I appreciate that they did they had that big old reaction. And they did it to stick up for the mom.
Yes.
And didn't worry about the consequences at the time.
Exactly.
You know, which means they care about their mom. They love their mom.
Yeah.
All right. It's like
it's nice to see for a change.
You can be pissed all you want.
Because everyone has been mean as shit to her for like 4 years now.
And Ethan, to me, he's just not a good person anymore.
I told you he got infected with the Olivia self-pity disease.
Just like Barry said, he's brainwashed, and it's just ridiculous.
Micah said that they both agreed to it, meaning Ethan and Kim, and it wasn't stealing if they both benefited from it. And he needs to talk to Ethan about it.
Yeah.
Because, again, none of these people communicate well. It's terrible. So when he had tried to talk to Ethan about it before, they both got mad and Micah left because they didn't want to escalate or anything.
Yep.
And he said maybe it's not his place or his job to fix it. Between Ethan and Kim, no, but between the siblings, yes. And if it means that all the siblings are defending the mom because they believe it was Olivia.
Yeah, it was
to be wrong.
All Olivia.
It's everybody agreeing that Olivia is wrong, and he's still defending Olivia. That should register some, but maybe not. And Micah said that maybe only time can help. And sometimes that's true when things are so raw.
Or Ethan just divorces Olivia.
That might be helpful.
Yeah, just get rid of her.
I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. And then Micah also talked to Kim about the divorce, but he didn't feel like he got many answers. And I'm going to say it again, and I've been saying it since the last season. It's because she's not telling her marital woes to her children. Because even though, some of them are adults or very mature for their age or whatever, she's not talking badly about Barry.
Yeah. No, that's good.
And of course, telling some of the reasons for a divorce sounds very close to bad melding whenever, you get talking. Believe me, I've been there. And I had to work very, very hard to make sure I didn't say anything negative or nothing negative was said around the kids when they were little.
Yeah.
So I know how hard that is.
Maybe Micah should buy her a shot or two.
Maybe like be like, hey man, I'm sorry that I was such a douche to you.
No, just buy her a shot so she opens up.
Oh, maybe. Oh, true.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Get that little liquid courage
Yep.
going.
Yep.
Um, and despite seeing the marriages around him and not being so great and everything, his end goal is still the same, and that's marriage, because he thinks that humans were designed to couple up with someone. I think he is such a cute, down to earth, honest, maybe a little bit narcissistic.
Oh, no, there's no a little bit about it.
About his body.
There's no a little bit about
But I mean, he works hard for it. He's young. He'll grow out of that, hopefully.
I mean, to be a consistent workout all the time like he does, you do have to work.
To only be 21 years old.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's a good guy, but he's also a closet romantic.
I just want to know what has happened to his last two so-called girly friends that he had. Like,
Oh no, those were like Helena is a friend.
what happened to the one that has a deep voice from Switzerland or whatever?
She'll show up again. Calm
How
down.
do you know? You haven't seen anything past this.
Which is my opinion. I don't know. I don't know nothing.
Were you there when they were taping this?
You know where I've been all the time. Anyway, and then Barry says he's not going to bargain for something that's never going to come about.
He's a smart man.
I have mixed feelings about that.
He's letting her go.
On one hand, yes. But my thing is, maybe if you had fought harder, she would, before she moved out of your bedroom. You know what I mean? Like, you have to fight whenever it matters, not after she's already done with you.
Yeah.
Because I've been there with the ex-husband. You know, you just get to that point where you're done. You don't care anymore.
Well,
when they say what they do, no matter how much they beg, no matter what they do for you, how much they give you, there's no feelings left.
See, your trash is different than Barry.
Okay, why?
And because
I know. Okay,
Barry's
I get yeah.
Where your past dude hasn't.
Still.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Barry's
changed.
Yeah, some, yeah. And then Barry said he's trying to stay young, and that's why he goes to the gym. And Micah says he's trying to get the perfect body for ladies. And Barry was like, whatever.
Micah would know, right? What Micah know?
But then Barry says he's got 6 daughters he wants a relationship with, and he's not worried about another woman in a romantic relationship. Which, okay, 3 of his daughters are adults. The other 3, he's got a ways to go with. But what about his sons?
Oh, he's got a good relationship with Micah and Isaac. And I think he thinks that eventually Ethan will come back around again.
True.
Ethan drinks whatever he needs to drink to get unbrainwashed or hits his head.
I think it just sounds like
he does care about his sons.
He's trying very hard to sound like Mr. Brady.
He was a mean guy.
On the show.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
But in real life, it was mean.
Okay, and then Micah says he gets lonely in LA. And he said every human desires to be loved, and when you aren't, you're unfulfilled. Like I said, Micah is a very wise and secretly romantic young man. And then Isaac and Kim meet up with Ken. By the way, that is Kim's future boyfriend.
How do you know?
Because it's all over the internet. So pay attention to Ken. He's going to be around.
So Kim is Barbie now?
No. Well, anyway, Isaac and Ken co-own a plane together. And Isaac met Ken when they were working aircraft maintenance together for a year or so. And then Kim got the loan for Isaac's half of the plane, and he's repaying it. And I think that is okay. If she's trying to like buy his affection in this divorce situation,
I don't think you're trying to buy.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying that is a huge risk because you're talking an airplane. You're even half of one. you're talking $70,000-$80,000.
She's getting the money.
It's a loan.
Yeah, loan. But that's a big ass loan.
I'm sure she's using her income from the show
Um,
as collateral. But anyway, the point being is that's a big leap of faith.
yeah.
You know, I mean, that's like co-signing on a house for somebody.
But who knows? Maybe the plane wasn't that much.
Oh, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe.
Especially since she's dating the guy, right?
Well, no, he didn't sell the plane. He bought the other half.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see what you're saying. All right.
They co-own it.
Okay, yeah.
And then Isaac said that Kim helped him in a lot of ways to get the plane because she knows this is passion and she went out of her way to help him. So it sounds to me like there were more going on behind the scenes than what we know.
Yeah.
And then Kim said in the past she would have had to sell Barry on the idea, and it probably would have been a hard sell. And to not have to ask permission or try to convince somebody to help her son fulfill his dreams is wonderful. What do you think?
Well, Barry's changed.
You and I have had a belief since the beginning that Barry is the one who had the strict religious belief, like those kind of things, and Kim was more the, oh, I want them to be safe, so like we're gonna make sure we're clothed and we're gonna make sure we're covered and we're not gonna look at things and that kind of stuff. But I think he was more of the religious kind of crackdown guy. In my opinion, that's what we always thought.
I believe that's true, and I believe they even say they don't say those words, but I believe it's they suggest that later on, that he was the more religious, the more the strict.
But it was made out that she's the heavy.
I should say. Oh, I know, but we know as it comes out that she's not.
But it kills me. Everyone online is constantly saying that she's so evil, and I'm like,
I don't know what people are watching.
I really don't.
You suggest that she's evil and suggest that Olivia is not.
Right?
I just don't know what they're watching.
It's like we're watching a completely different show.
Yeah.
But then we're back to Ken. He says he trusts Isaac's judgment and he's mature for his age and will take good care of the plane. And with Isaac being only 17, that's saying a lot.
He owns a plane before a car.
No, I think that's his truck they pulled up in, maybe.
Oh, is that his truck? Okay.
I think. But of course, he's very, very happy. His dream has come true. He's getting his pilot's license. He's got his own plane. I mean, and right now, Kim also has no plans to date. She's still working on her, which is smart. And getting her life together. Again, smart. You don't want to rush off into dating. I mean, like, I didn't even want to. I didn't intend to meet you.
No.
You were...
I didn't intend to meet you either.
As you know, I was just looking for people in my area to be friends with.
I didn't even have a picture.
You did not.
No.
So, anyway.
I don't know anything about
everything always comes back to us. I'm sorry, guys.
Similar.
That's just how we are. And then it showed Lydia and Mariah having a bonfire in the backyard. I thought that was very cute.
Yeah.
But
I just don't.
Lydia is more excited about Mariah's baptism than Mariah is.
She's getting on my nerves. Lydia is with this whole religious stuff.
She said she's thrilled to spend time with her, and now more than ever.
Yeah, she's on my nerves for that.
Like you like the time with her better because she's baptized. Like
she's becoming one of those crazy, creepy, really, really.
Like every minute of your life is about
the church.
Yeah,
yeah. It's just.
Don't get me wrong. If that's your bag,
yeah,
awesome. But you can't expect everyone around you to feel the same way.
Plus, you can't expect...
Or to live the same way.
You can't expect to be, like, having... She's going to have some rough times. Okay, Lydia.
Yeah.
All right? She hasn't had any rough times yet.
None of her own, no. Just like family, like...
Family, yeah.
That kind of thing.
None of her own.
Yeah.
And she's going to realize, that God doesn't always come back to help all the time. He puts so much on your plate, and you got to deal with it for a while. And then, if you believe in that kind of, believe in the Holy Spirit and everything, then He comes in and helps you. He gives a helping hand. Okay.
See, that's not quite how I see it. More of He gives you situations to help you grow, to get you into the place you're meant to be in.
I don't see it that way.
I know, but it's okay. We can agree to disagree on
But I
that.
think Lydia is actually more fanatical, even that goes. She thinks that God has a hand in everything that she does, and I
He's
don't.
got more to do than that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, basically, well, you're narcissistic for thinking that,
A little bit,
thinking that
yeah.
God only has time for you, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, she's just getting a little bit too
Well, Mariah's been able
fanatically for
to
me.
lean. They is happy they've been able to lean on each other,
Yeah,
and now they are both able to lean on God and trust in Him. Which, in my opinion, as someone who's had faith for a long time, unlike you, you're more
I didn't say I
new.
don't have faith, but I don't.
No, but you're more
It's
new
not
to
as
it
strong,
because you have. It hasn't been a lifelong thing for you.
Yeah,
Um, but I think it does bring you peace when you can have faith that there is a plan and things will be okay if you just believe, kind of like let go and let God kind of thing. And I know that's hard for you. You're a control freak a little bit. It's a known thing about you. It's not a bad thing. It's
just
just
like to know what the plan is.
I know, and the waiting is the hard part. I get that, baby. Um, but they've been praying a lot, I guess, to help bring the family together again.
I know Mariah wanted that. Okay, well, she wants what's happening. You know what I mean?
Okay.
She wants to be closer to God.
Yes.
Okay, but does she want me closer to God because that's how her family was and Lydia is, or and she wants to please them, or she want to do it 100% for her?
Oh no,
That's
I
what I'm.
firmly believe it's 100% for her. 100%. Because I think she's at a place in her life where she was at rock bottom
Yeah,
and she turned to faith to help her back up. And yes, she has her family and her friends and things to help too, but sometimes again, people like us who've had that faith a long time, like since childhood, it is something you lean on more because when you have no power in a situation, you do want to believe that there is a higher power who has, you know, a plan.
yeah.
That it's not this is not happening to torture us.
This is getting too churchy.
Oh, I apologize. Okay, going back to it, guys. Um, then she said something amazing, and I want this to be our win of the episode.
Yeah,
She said, "Don't be so hard on yourself, and you are good enough." That is one of the things that we have been preaching to our kids forever, and they never heard it until I guess they were ready to, or they heard it from the right people or whatever. But please, everybody, don't be so hard on yourself. You are good enough. You know, making an effort matters.
yeah.
Even if you don't always reach your goal or reach whatever goal like you have in mind, at least you have put forth that effort and you got as far as you did. That's more than what you were before. You know, so please, everybody, please remember you are good enough.
You win the episode. Yay! Good job, babe.
I didn't win it.
Good job, Mama. Well, you quoted
Mariah
it.
said it.
No, you quoted it. She can't win the episode. She's not on the podcast.
Oh,
You win it.
okay. Well, thank you. I finally win one.
Yay!
But here's the thing: learning to love someone. This is what Lydia said. She said, learning to love someone where they're at can be the most challenging but most rewarding thing ever.
And what does she know?
Well, I mean, you know, she's the mother of the house now. You know, anyway. Um, Here's my thing. Yes, I believe that. I've always said you either if someone in your life makes you unhappy, you have two choices, and this is a choice you make
Yeah,
because you cannot change someone else. You can either accept the person as they are and learn to just, accept them and, be okay with who they are,
yeah.
or remove that person from your life because there's nothing you can do to change that person.
But Lydia doesn't seem to be the type to just abandon anybody in her life.
No, but here's the thing. If that loving someone where they're at includes any kind of abuse or neglect
Yeah.
or alcohol or drug abuse or anyone who makes you truly unhappy,
Yeah.
then that does not apply.
Oh, okay.
You do not have to learn to love that person if they are abusing you or doing something like bad. Like,
Well, yeah, that's common.
so I'm just putting a little asterisk on that for everybody out there, because that blanket statement is a little bit dangerous. You know, it's not okay just to accept someone all the time in every situation.
Yeah.
Okay. That's my take on that. It made me a little nervous when she said that. And then Mariah said, it's not going to be an overnight change. And I think that's very true and very wise. Again, you know, it's not going to be an overnight change. It's going to take some time to figure all that out again and to get comfortable with that, and, you know, to deal with all her crap. You know, it takes time. And then we have Ethan and Olivia on their 4th wedding anniversary. His old car is fixed up, you know, the one he left him in Cairo over.
Yeah.
And they went to the restaurant where they had their first date.
Yeah. A nice restaurant.
And he says the first time he was really nervous, but now it's like going to dinner with a good friend.
Because now he knows what a menu is.
Yeah.
He didn't know what a menu was then. He even said it.
Well, if you've never been to a restaurant, you know, how would you know?
I just don't understand how you cannot have. I mean, I don't care how they raise their family, but not ever going to a restaurant.
I guess not.
That's just ridiculous.
That's dedication to cooking every night. That's a lot.
That's ridiculous. No wonder Kim is burnt out.
Right? I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
For 12 or 11 people.
Let's get takeout, whatever.
Maybe they did take takeout. I don't know.
Oh my God, not knowing our menu. Jeez.
And then of course Olivia has to pick on him, and you know, remember I didn't know what the menu was. She's nitpicking.
Oh yeah.
Always picking on him. And then here's the thing. You know me. We've been together a long time. I also take a very long time.
Yeah.
To look at menus. And I also like things with pictures, especially at places where the menu may be a little more un-American, and I don't necessarily know what everything means.
Yeah.
So a picture, you know, that it's helpful to know what the hell you're ordering.
See, I don't mind if somebody's at a restaurant studying the menu forever. It's when they're in a drive-through.
Oh, yeah.
5 to 10 minutes just looking at a menu. It's like, if you don't know what you want,
go in.
Park your ass and walk in.
Yeah, that's a little bit different.
Sorry.
But you know, I do take a long time with menus. So I'm with you on that, Ethan. Do not feel bad. Take your time, and because you're paying a lot of money for that food, you might as well enjoy what you're getting. And then Olivia says, if you don't stare in the person's eyes when you clink glasses for a toast, you'll have 7 years of bad sex. And I'm like, I think she only said that to have something semi-comical to say, because that won't make no sense.
It makes no sense whatsoever.
And I've never heard that.
So if you're... Never mind, I'm not going to say it. Move on.
Oh, tell me later. Europe helped their marriage in these ways. Ethan said they were riding bikes and walking, spending time together, talking, working through some stuff. Okay?
Well, like you said, it's easy when you're like away.
Right, and no kids, no responsibilities.
No distractions.
You were basically on a 2-month vacation.
Yep. No distractions.
And Olivia says, it was the very limited contact with people who are meddling in our relationship. Who?
She does it herself.
Who's meddling? And then Ethan goes,
She does it herself.
And then Olivia said, being away from all that noise, our phones were off, it was just you and me having to work through things without other voices and opinions getting involved. Okay, I'm going to do my owl impersonation. Who? Who, Olivia? What? I know Nathan liked to butt in your relationship.
Yeah, Nathan. I didn't say nothing about Nathan.
Just saying. And then Ethan said when the move to Minnesota will be good for their marriage. Every time they do anything, that's what he says. Well, this is going to be better for our marriage. Just they moved to Tampa for, right?
Yeah.
To make their better,
I don't know how you go from Tampa to Minnesota.
It's crazy.
You're going Paradise to Iceland.
And then while at their romantic 4-year anniversary, Ethan wants to know how much longer do they have a baby.
God, he's really trapping himself, isn't he?
He loves the stupid. I don't get it. He loves her.
I don't understand.
And so she gives some sort of non-committal response, you know.
She's one of the bigger villains in reality TV, in my opinion.
And he wants to start tonight. He's like, I want a baby.
Buy her some shots, Ethan.
Right? And then we're off to Barry and Mariah. And Barry loves kombucha. And I think that's weird.
That's just what a Japanese drink, right?
I don't think it's Japanese. I don't know.
I don't know any of that stuff.
But he calls that night a heavenly adventure. I was like, you don't get out much, do you, Barry?
Yeah, but he doesn't know.
And Mariah, there's talking about Mariah getting planning to get a tattoo from her fingers to her elbow the next day. And she was nervous about it. But she said it's going to say rebel. And then he was kind of making jokes about when she's 80 and her skin's all saggy. And this girl wins the episode when she said skin is gonna sag whether it's got tattoos or not.
She's already won the episode, babe.
I'm just saying she's winning everything. I love Mariah right now. I love you, Mariah. And then Barry admits he was the one against tattoos.
Yep.
Okay. And she felt different because she had alopecia as a very young child.
And that was the big announcement.
But it basically means alopecia is some sort of hair loss caused by your autoimmune system.
Yeah.
And for her, it caused everything hair loss, I guess, from the neck up. Everything was completely bald. And of course, children and people talked about it and picked on her and everything, which is horrible.
She got bullied.
And this lasted for years, you know. And then one day her hair started coming back. Thank God, you know. Thank God it didn't last, because sometimes it does.
Should have to buy some wigs.
And that's when she started feeling different. Not that anybody treated her different, but she felt different.
Well, she didn't feel very pretty when she was a kid. I understand now.
Obviously,
I understand now.
Yeah.
Obsession with fashion and clothes.
Yes. And I think it makes a lot of sense now. And that's why I love these shows. I mean, sometimes they dole it out a little too slowly, these little nuggets of information. But the fact that she blocked it all out, you know, and then refused to have anybody even show pictures or anything of herself like that. I mean, that says a lot about her mental stuff, even as a little child, you know. So, and then she said that her parents were the only ones who told her she was beautiful then. And that means a lot to her.
Well, the siblings weren't going to tell her that because they're
little kids. Little kids don't understand that at all.
They probably didn't even see a difference.
Maybe I don't know.
You know.
And she said that was her struggle. Started her struggle with her self-esteem issues, and it was the start of her love of fashion, as you said. So that was a lot, you guys. I know it is, and I know if you've been with us from the beginning, you're like, what the hell are you guys doing? You've skipped way ahead. We are continuing to finish the rest of the episodes in order. You know, that's not going to stop. We're just going to start doing the new ones as they come out because it's relevant and it's current, and we really, really, really wanted to talk about it.
Yep.
So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, or if not, leave us a comment. Let us know what you liked or didn't like, or who you agree with or who you don't agree with, and all that good stuff. But until then, we will see you next time when we do season 5, episode 5.
Yep.
And until then, you guys, please spay and neuter your pet.
Subscribe.
Use your turn signal.
Subscribe.
Wear your seatbelt.
Subscribe.
And please be kind. And if you still stuck around this long, I just want to tell you guys,
thank you.
Thank you for your listening, likes, your sharing, your subscribing, because it's free.
Free!
So just thank you guys. It means a lot to us. You have no idea.
Thank you.
So thank you. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.